Good morning, all of you. I am Mrs. Minnie Massey, your economics teacher. Today, we will start our first chapter of economics, that is, economics and economy. First of all, before going deep into the chapter, I would like to explain some of the important facts about the economics. So, it is what is economics all about? Economics is that branch of knowledge in which those activities of human beings are studied which they undertake to acquire scarce means to satisfy their unlimited wants. The word economics are come from the Greek word that is eco and nomos, which means eco meaning home and noms meaning accounts. It means managing the home account is called as economics. When we generally talk about, it's all about the management, it's all about the managing of the resources, management of the financial things so well, so that everything, all the resources is used to its optimum limit. For example, if you want to take the example like example of your home, your mother have 10,000 of rupees. 10,000 of rupees, and in this 10,000 rupees she has to manage the household activities for 1 month. Okay, now what she is doing, having 10,000 rupees and managing the activities, all the household activities like the greengrocer, she has to pay, she has to bring the grocery from the home, she has to pay the greengrocer, she has to pay to milkman, of course. So means your tuition fees, everything, the school fees, everything that mother is doing in this 10,000 of rupees amount. So what she is doing, she is optimally, or you can say efficiently, use her tactics and she is utilizing the resource. Now here one word is, that is resource. I am talking about one word, that is resource. Now here resource is what? Here the resource is money, and money is limited because she is having only 15,000 rupees with her. So what she has to do, she has to use this 15,000 in best possible manner, or by reducing her some of the wants, by making sacrifice of something, she has to manage it for whole 1 month. So that is economics all about. Now the definition of economics is the science of human behavior concerned with allocation of scarce means in such a manner that consumer can maximize satisfaction, producer can maximize the profit, and the society maximizes the social welfare. We all know very well the resources is scarce. It means you can say that, okay ma'am, one means if I talk about the previous example, the mother is having only 15,000 rupees, but sometimes you can say, okay ma'am, when the mother have 1.5 lakh rupees, then she is able to manage house very well, she never has to sacrifice on any of the thing. But no, it's not true. Now if the one resource is in good number, suppose that she is having money, a good amount like 1 lakh rupees with her, but the other resources, whatever she want to purchase, okay, she wants to purchase gold, she wants to purchase diamond, and anything of the resources, any else of the resources, then that resource is scarce. It means every time there is one resource or the other, some of the resources are scarce in the economy. So economics is the science of the human behavior, it controls the human behavior. So for allocating the resource in such a manner, means allocating means distribution, or collect the resource or allocates the resource in such a manner that the consumer is the person who purchase something. They maximize their satisfaction, means in that means amount of resource whatever they have, they maximizes their satisfaction. Producer produce the things with the motive of profit, so that the producer also maximize their profit. And then when it comes to society, we are talking about this economics, everything that within the society, of course. So society can maximize their social welfare. So this is all about the definition of the economics. Now, some important you can say the term that you always use in economics, like scarcity. What is scarcity? Scarcity refers to the limited, or you can say the limitless of the resources. Means some resources are scarce in nature, or you can say the one or the another resources always scarce. So this is the situation which comes, and people have to make the decision so efficiently so that they satisfy their need. Scarcity is what? Scarcity is, it refers to the situation when you would have a less than what you wish. Means if you wish to purchase gold but you don't have the money, but sometimes you have a money with you, but the gold supply is short in the economy. So again, this is the scarcity, this is the dilemma, this is the condition when some of the another resource is scarce in the society, or in the possibility is such kind that it implies the situation. Means it's a situation when the supply is less than the demand. Supply is less than the demand. Supply is less than the demand. This is the situation when the scarcity arises. Now, the second term is choice. Now, what is choice? Choice refers to the selection. Selection means my choice is I want to purchase red color. You can say any dupatta I want to purchase of red color only. This is the choice. Means many of the you can say the clothes are there, but I only want the red color. So it means the selection. Means many alternatives are there. Many of the alternatives. Alternative is the another word. Out of many of the alternatives, when the one alternative or the more than one alternative is chosen by the person, then it comes to the choice. Here it is written here, choice refers to the ability of a consumer or a producer to decide which good or service or the resource to purchase or provide from a range of possible option. Means option is means various alternatives available, and out of those available alternatives, the best one is chosen by the consumer so that he maximizes satisfaction, because consumer always wants to maximize the satisfaction. They always wants to satisfy the satisfaction. That's the reason, or they increase their satisfaction level. That's why they choose the product by making one of the best or the possible, or opting one of the best or the possible option. Next is, this is very important in economics, need, want and demand concept. Now, what is need? You all know it very well. What is need? It's the requirement, you say. You can say the essential things, that is comes under the requirement of something, because it is very essential. When it comes to need, we can talk about the cloth, food, cloth and shelter. But nowadays we include mobile phones, of course, as a need, because it's very important accessories. But when we commonly talk about the things, it's a food, cloth and shelter, means for the commonly people, or when you talk about. But suppose that one man is thirsty, okay, then the need is what? He needs something to drink, okay, or you can say the need is of water. Here when one person is thirsty, the need of the water arises. The requirement of the water is there. But what is the basic difference between the need and want? Want is something like the desire of the person. Suppose that one man, Ram, is very thirsty, then the need of Ram is water. The need of Ram is water. but Ram only wants, now one word is add here, Ram wants to drink Pepsi. Now his need is fulfilled by water, of course, but his want is that his desire is to drink Pepsi only. Now this is the want. And when he has some money, now it's the matter of money, the next resource, it's money. When he has the money with him and have a potential, means the potential or the, it's a potential, he has the potential to pay for Pepsi, then it is called as demand. So I am explaining it once again. Ram is one person, his need, that he is thirsty, so the need is of water, but he wants to drink what? He wants to drink Pepsi. And this Pepsi is of some cost like rupees 12. When he is having that 12 rupees and he demand from the shopkeeper for this cold drink, then it is called as demand. Means the need is the requirement, the essential thing, want is the desire of the person, and the demand is the ability to pay or the potential of the person. He is having a capability of paying or the willingness to pay. It comes with the willingness. Suppose that the person have a money with him, he is having 100 rupees with him, but he don't want to pay for the Pepsi, then it's not the demand. Means it's the ability to pay or the willingness, of course, it comes with the willingness of the person. Okay, now some facts about the economics. How do you explain economics? Economics is what? It is a science of production, distribution and consumption. Now production comes for the producer, distribution again the goods distributed, and then it consumes by the consumer. So it's a science that deals with these three things: the production of the good, the distributions of the good and the consumption. And generally it is broken down into the macroeconomics and the microeconomics, the two types of economics that we discussed afterwards. They are macroeconomics and the microeconomics. Now, why the economics is important? What's the need for studying the economics? Now the need is what? Economics is important in so many of the areas we apply economics, but when it comes to the improvement of the society or improving the standard of living of the society, then we talk about the economics. It improves the standard of living, it helps the economist or the person to take the right decisions. Like we are not in a good phase because of the COVID-19 disease spread so widely, or you can say it disturbed many of the countries as well. So now every time in news you heard about one word, that is the economic condition. अर्थव्यवस्था, हमारे देश की अर्थव्यवस्था, सारी दुनिया की अर्थव्यवस्था जो है वो गड़बड़ा गई है. तो what is this? Means you can say the disturbances that occurs because of this disease in the economic or the economy of a country or the all over the world economy. So what is it? That's why you need to study economics, so that you take the fair decision regarding the conditions, regarding the priorities, and then you implement those decisions for the welfare of the country or the nation. So here it's the need to study the economics. Now why do we need study economics? हम क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं economics? Because economics is the study of how society use scarce resources. All the resources are scarce, you know. Water is of course a scarce resource. We are utilizing water in means very good way. It's not like now we pay some money for the water. Of course some of you have a submersible, many of the things at home, but when it comes to the government accommodation or what, they take the water supply bill, of course they charge some amount of money. Then it's again the economics. That's why we need to study economics. Then properly the scarce resource properly distributed to the person. Why? Resources are scarce, many of the people are rich. So if the people are rich, they occupy the whole resource, means they purchase all the scarce resource, then it's become difficult for the lower class people to get those goods. So it is necessary for the economists, or you can say we study economics, so that everyone able to maintain the proper ratio between the scarce resources and make them available for the people and distribute them among the people so well. Okay. History of economics. When the economics term evolved, or you can say it comes out, it's 8th century, when Hesiod is the one person who found this word, and he wrote in his one book that the labor, material and time, if allocated properly or efficiently or optimally it is used, then the problem of the scarcity is reduced, or the person able to come the problem of the scarcity. Okay, means we able to come over the we are not able to remove this scarcity problem, but the correct manner or the way to overcome this problem is the proper utilization of resources. Proper utilization, and the second word you can say that is the optimum or the best possible utilization. Optimum, sorry, the spelling is wrong. I am writing it once again. Optimum and the best possible utilization of resources. These are the few techniques by which the person is able to allocate the scarce resources so well. After the 8th century, the Adam Smith considered as a father of the modern economics. Why? Because he was the one who took the interest in it, and he wrote The Wealth of the Nation. The Richard Cantillon authored the Essai sur la nature du commerce and journal. Means he wrote this book, and in this book he was explained the concept of the economics, explained about the economics so well. So Adam Smith was an 18th century Scottish economist and philosopher and an author, and he was considered as a modern economics father of the modern economics. Thank you, dear students. In this audio you are able to understand about the economics, about the need, demand and want concepts, about the scarcity of resources and the choice. In my next audio, I will explain you about the chapter about the economics and the types of economics. So please have a look on it, try to understand it with the help of the audio, and then whatever the doubt you have, if you want to ask anything, you can ask. And please go through the chapter yourself from the book, because it's not possible for me to read the chapter and explain you each and everything, but this is your responsibility. You go through the chapter. I am trying to cover each and every content of the chapter, so it is your responsibility. Read the chapter from the book, that is T.R. Jain and V.K. Ori, and then afterwards what you have to do, whatever the doubts you have, we have a live session. In that live session you are allowed to ask any of the doubts, whatever you want to ask, or in fact you are allowed to do the messages on WhatsApp, and I will sort your problems.